Hey everybody, this is a special episode of WP Product Talk that we call Yay or Nay. Hey Katie, how are you doing?
Hey, good, thanks. Enjoying the new music that you found?
Trying to have a little bit of fun. Who wants to go to a podcast and just be bored? Spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, cheese all the way.
So today we are going to do a quick chat about yay or nay on lifetime deals for WordPress products. Katie, we wanted to do this because we felt like it's really a yes or no question. It's also a bit controversial.
Yeah, it's also interesting because you and I often disagree on this, so we thought we should do so publicly. I think this is such a big issue because of the way lifetime deals have evolved in the WordPress space. If you rewind 10 years or something, then that was very common on marketplaces like Envato. Everything was sold lifetime and everything was dirt cheap. Since that has put a lot of people off lifetime permanently. The question is that right? What is a modern lifetime deal, and is that good for business or bad for business?
There's also some folks who say it's so great for customer acquisition. Why would you not do it? While others are like, yeah, but it absolutely kills the value of your business if you are actually thinking of an exit at some point. So why would you do it? There's all kinds of different takes on the pros and cons of it for sure. We asked a whole bunch of folks what they think about it, and we got some really great submissions from people in the industry that I wanted to share with y'all. So here are 5 folks who gave us their yay or nay on lifetime deals.
Hi guys, I'm Kelvin with Nico. We build Fortress and Command UI. My spicy take on LTDs in the WordPress space is they are often abused to avoid doing proper marketing and finding your real target audience for a product, because it is very easy to sell something that you slap an LTD on, but that is not sustainable long term. It would be much better for you to just find the right audience, convince them that your product is good, which requires building something they want to begin with, and to stick with annual plans from there. So, lifetime deals for WordPress products, I say nay.
Hi, my name is Miriam Schwab, and I'm head of WordPress at Elementor. Lifetime deals. They're like a really appealing quick win that can get you lots of customers really fast and traction and maybe some initial income. However, just because it's great in the present doesn't mean it's going to be great in the future. It can end up being very painful having these lifetime customers who are no longer paying you, and yet you need to keep maintaining your product, which costs money. You need to keep supporting them, and you're not making anything off of them. That's a really hard model to sustain. In my opinion, better to create long-term value and long-term customers, though. Lifetime deals for WordPress products? Nay.
Hi, I am Jack Arturo from Very Good Plugins. You might know me from WP Fusion, and I am a cautious yay on lifetime deals. I think they've gotten a bad reputation because of AppSumo discounting products by 90% and then taking a 70% cut of that. That was a great way for a lot of companies to go out of business. But done right, if you're launching a new plugin, doing a short-time LTD with a reasonable price, say $100, $200, is a great way to get new customers, some early test users, and some free viral marketing. So lifetime deals for WordPress products, I say yay.
Hi, I'm Jason Coleman. I'm the CEO of Stranger Studios and Paid Memberships Pro, a membership platform built on top of WordPress. And we have a lifetime deal, and I think you should too. The primary reason, maybe the only thing you have to think about, is that there are customers that want this. They only want to pay once for your product. They don't want an ongoing subscription. There's a number of reasons why. They maybe are an agency like we used to be, where we build a website for someone for a fixed fee, and then the customer doesn't want a recurring subscription dangling over their head. Does the developer pay their subscription? Does the customer pay it? Is that price going to go up in the meantime? What are they actually paying? They're thinking about their website now. Like a lot of customers only think about the cost in the present moment and not in the future. So just accept it and go with it. Figure out the right price for your lifetime deal and give it to them. So lifetime deals for WordPress products, I say yay.
Hey, it's Matt from the WP Minute and gravityforms.com. Wanted to weigh in on the lifetime license or lifetime purchase of a piece of software in WordPress. I go no lifetime deal. I think it erodes the value of your work, of your business. I think most people opting into the lifetime deal are in it for the deal. And it's going to have complications down the road when you enter in new products, new features, you're expanding either horizontally with your product. It just becomes very challenging. While it is a stimulus shot in the beginning, I don't think it's the answer for long-term success. I go nay to the lifetime license deal.
That was a pretty great segment. I feel like they did a really good job of summarizing kind of all of the pros and cons, and it was a good cross-section of the community.
Yeah, I think they make lots of good points, and it's nice that we had 3 nays and 2 yay. That's a good balance. It's interesting because there's a lot of nuance in it, and some of the points were making assumptions on the type of company and the type of product you are, so it might not apply to everybody.
True. I think they did a good job too of not being overly exaggerated in their claims, but a lot of the reasons that they were saying either yay or nay were pretty strong claims. Matt Medeiros at the end was saying it devalues the work of your plugin. That's a strong claim. And while Jason Coleman is just saying customers want it, why wouldn't you give your customers what they want? Those are both, I think, really strong and clear claims in the pro and con area. But let's talk about you and I. You first. Are you a yay or a nay, Katie?
I am a yay in the right circumstances. And so we offer lifetime deals on all of our plugins, but not our all access pass. This is all about making a business decision on each part of the choice. I'm not saying charge $39 lifetime, including lifetime support. That's what the old lifetime deals on Code Canyon, and Jack referred to AppSumo as well. That is not sustainable. And I think that's where a lot of these arguments against lifetime deals come from. But I think that's not how you should do them. For me, it's a yay when done differently. So we start by calculating the average customer lifespan, how long they will be continuing to renew on an annual plan. For us, it's about 2.5 years. So as an absolute minimum, I would never charge less than 2.5 years annual on a lifetime deal. But there's more factors than that. You mentioned at the beginning about eroding the value of your company. One of the people in the video said, if you're ever going to sell, then that's a disaster. That is only the case in my experience of other people I've talked to that have exited their businesses if they had too many lifetime licenses. We tend to try to keep it below about 20% of revenue. Every 6 months, we do an analysis, how much of our revenue is lifetime. And if it's about 20% or more, then we increase the price. We're currently charging lifetime at 4 times the annual cost. Our customer lifespan on annual is 2.5 years, but we're charging 4 times for annual. That makes each customer more profitable and also gives us that cash flow early on. If we ever sell, which isn't on the immediate roadmap, they will ask about that. My friends from other plugin companies who have sold said that a small number of lifetime sales isn't a problem. Another thing that makes it a definite yay for me is that we have multiple products. Because we have multiple products, a lifetime customer can still provide more revenue for us in the future because they're on our email list and we cross promote our other products to them. We can keep making money. Whereas with a product like Element, there's nothing you can sell to them in the future. But my final point is why we don't do lifetime on our all access pass. And that is because it includes future plugins that we release. We couldn't possibly commit to that because we don't know what we'll be providing under it in future, how much support that will generate. And also, if we did sell the company, we would be committing them to provide new products to our existing customers for free. So we only do 12 months on that because it's different. So I think case by case, but it can be good for business.
I really like that. I love the way in which you have taken most of the nay reasons and mitigated their impact on your business. I think that's super smart. I personally do end up mostly on the nay category, just simply because of all of the negative effects I have seen and experienced. I wish that when we were experiencing them, we would have chatted with you about how to mitigate some of that stuff. Because in many ways, that's what it becomes. People think that they can have support forever. You sold them support for forever. You're going to provide that forever. I don't like that we don't get their money every single year. That really helps us in terms of long-term stability. That's what you sold in the first place. So you don't like those negative effects. And so it just becomes a matter of on or off, yes or no. Do we do lifetime or not? I also like that you are saying that you do them for the individual products, but not for your all access pass. That's super smart. One thing I loved in our give pricing model that we still have today is all of our plans where you get bundles of add-ons bundled together. Those say clearly that you'll get the new add-ons that come into these plans in the future as well. But those, of course, are on an annual recurring basis. So as long as you keep your subscription going in that plan, whenever we add new add-ons into that plan, you get them automatically. So I feel like that extends the lifetime of the customer in a really strong way and is a real benefit. It keeps us also really in touch with the customer more. That's the biggest part of lifetime licenses that I personally don't like. As a customer experience person, I really like having a lot of feedback and input and relationship with our customers as much as possible. And lifetime folks they want lifetime because they want to get the product and take off and do their own thing, generally speaking. Now, of course, they'll reach out to support if they have a problem and things like that as well. It's not as if they're gone forever, but they are just a very different type of customer than the normal annual recurring customer. That's just me and my preference in terms of the types of customers I like to work with overall. I also for sure agree that they can negatively impact the business in the long term in terms of the business valuation. I feel like it's a really fascinating experiment, the way that you try to balance the percent of revenue that it has. I could see it blowing up and jumping up over 20%, which is almost like a good problem to have. But then you respond to that by raising prices. And I'm really curious, like when you do raise your prices, like you said that some of your products have a 4-year life cycle. Are people still buying it at that 4-year price, or is it now at this point a very few amount of customers?
It hasn't actually gone down much. It goes down a few percent of revenue, but not what you'd expect. It doesn't totally destroy your lifetime sales. So we're currently doing our next pricing analysis, and we might include it to 4.5, for example. Some customers, like Jason said, they just want lifetime. Jason did a great job of listing all the reasons why some customers insist on it. They have subscription fatigue. They have a certain model, like they're buying for a client and they want that client to always have access to updates forever because they don't know if they'll have a relationship with their client in a year. There's lots of reasons why. And if you don't offer lifetime, you must get this at Stellar with the products. Are people asking a lot?
I don't think they ask a lot. It depends a little bit on your product, like you were saying in the beginning, and how you train your customers for these things. For example, folks know to start asking for Black Friday sales because in WordPress, everyone does it. The biggest kind of pushback I received early in the Give days, we never did any discounting ever in the early days. I was actually really proud of that for a long time. We didn't do Black Friday or anything. People would ask, when does your Black Friday sale start? And I said, never. It never starts. We're not doing it. Some folks were really bothered about that. But my feedback was always that nonprofits are our primary audience. We have to be price conscious all the time. If it's just cheaper sometimes, why aren't we giving it at that cheaper price all the time for the nonprofits and the charities who are really price conscious? But in the long run, some folks really do only buy when there is a discount. And some folks only buy when there's a lifetime deal. So it's definitely saying no to a certain type of customer when you don't offer it. We get the question a lot on Kadence in particular. And that's what I mean by training your audience to expect these things. In the page builder theme world, everybody does lifetime deals in one way or another. The type of customer who's looking for Kadence in particular is also looking for that lifetime deal. We actually have some good examples here. I wanted to share my screen quick and talk through how we do this. Here's Barn 2. And you were telling us how you get to lifetime licenses on your product. Where do we do that?
You click on buy, jump to the pricing table. we have two different pricing tables. So with this one, we have two plugin bundle option, which means we have to put the lifetime licenses in a drop down. So if you go down a bit to the choices, we've got 6 options instead of 3.
Okay.
Some of our products don't have a 2 plugin bundle. So we've got a toggle above the pricing table where you've got annual or lifetime, which is more common. But with this particular one, it was a challenge because we wanted to offer an individual plugin or a bundle. So we were like, how are we going to fit lifetime into this? So that's what we ended up doing. There's various ways to do it. I'm a yay on lifetime. You always want annual first. You are going for that recurring revenue. Lifetime is an option for the customers who want it and are willing to pay for that privilege.
Yeah, that's really clever how it's in there. You're not really promoting lifetime anywhere in a strong way, but the folks who are like, oh, I need more than one site. What do they have? And oh, they actually have some lifetime things going on here. That's really interesting. Also, by the way, you have a location-aware currency setting. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, we sell in 5 currencies.
Yeah, that's excellent. I'm always curious about how that works because 109 is a very interesting number.
We do a lot of rounding. That's not an automatic currency conversion. It all comes from a spreadsheet and every number ends in a 9 and rounds.
Okay.
We do a separate one on pricing psychology.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, I could see if I was thinking of this 2 bundle set, it's $149 for 1, but up to 5 sites, it's almost 10x. What is that? 8x for 5 sites. That's a significant purchase for sure. That makes a lot of sense.
I wish people would buy that option. They never do.
They usually buy the lifetime 1 site. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. And you're saying here, save $149, sold separately for $748. Interesting. We also have Kadence here. Like I said, Kadence is the brand at Stellar that does lifetime deals. And you could see we're trying to get folks into the annual billing as much as possible. There is a toggle here where you could buy up to 1,000 domains for the ultimate plan, which is great. But then if you keep scrolling down, you get to the secondary purchase options. It's even below the compare plan as well. Here we go. We just call them alternative options. And here's some other things that
it's not even a marketing heading.
No, it's just here's some other stuff.
Yeah, we don't want you to buy this. It looks like WP Fusion, which puts it quite low down and hidden.
Yeah, we make it dark and ominous. But the lifetime ultimate plan right here, one-time payment, get every product in our full plan, 1 payment, lifetime support, updates, and all future products. This is against your principles, all future products. The Kadence team is actually, they love being really super generous overall. But I might take that insight back and talk about that a little bit. But the ultimate plan, the lifetime ultimate plan is basically a variation on this plan. And this plan also includes all future things as well. But this is a similar idea to your all access pass, which you don't do lifetime on.
So they're only charging, is that a 2.25 multiple then? Because
it's not a huge multiple, you're right, because that's up to 25 sites and this is up for 1,000. So it's about 3. $299 to $899 is 300 to 900 basically. So that's a 3x. We get 3 years.
Yeah, that's quite normal.
Yeah. Last one I wanted to highlight is at the beginning in our video series, you saw Calvin Alkan from Command UI, and he was a nay, but you saw in the graphic it said nay or maybe also a yay. And that's because he does offer lifetime deals on Command UI. It's like a secret link. So if customers are demanding and asking for it, Jason Coleman is telling us, Calvin just says, okay, here, fine. Here's the link. Go and get it. And then he educates them on why he doesn't like lifetime deals. It's a bit much, I have to say, like sending a customer here and being like, let me preach at you at why this is not good for my business, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. So there's his whole letter. And then here's the lifetime pricing right here. Let's see, $899 for the agency LTD. I don't know what his regular pricing is. Hold on. He does
That's
monthly
$240.
there. He's going to make me do math.
That's $240 a year versus $899.
Yeah.
That is a high multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.7, pretty good. Yep. And then the freelancer is $499. Oh wait, he has a toggle here too. I just noticed that.
So he's not really hiding it behind a lecture there.
Yeah, not totally hiding it. It is right there. That's interesting. $4.99 versus, what was that? $144. So $4.99 is a 3.4. So this one is definitely the biggest multiple.
I like the hover effects. They're cool.
Fancy stuff. That whole opaque style is really interesting right now, like solid WP. Lifetime deals. I think I'm still generally pretty nay overall. If I have a choice on a new product right now, I'm probably still not going to do it for the most part for the reasons I said. But I love your math and how you're having your cake and eating it too. It's really smart. Any other last words of advice for folks thinking about LTDs?
The other thing to think about is one-off LTDs. That might be, like Jack mentioned, as a launch strategy, just doing one temporarily to get those early adopters before you've got all the features in. That can be quite smart as part of a launch strategy, and then you're not committed to accepting it forever, like in the examples we've seen. And at Barn 2, we actually did one time do a lifetime deal on our All Access Pass, but it was a hidden lifetime deal in a Facebook group just for lifetime deal fans. We made $40,000 in the 2-week period of lifetime deals, mostly on the All Access Pass. And it was really expensive. It was like $1,000 or something. And we created an alternate version of it, which doesn't include future plugins. But actually, a part of this deal, we offered them 50% off all our future plugins that we released because they weren't included in that lifetime All Access Pass. So every time I launch a plugin, which is relatively often because we have lots, we email all the people that bought that pass and offer them 50% off. And they genuinely do often buy it. It usually generates a few thousand in sales of our new products within the first couple of days. They might buy the lifetime, but then that's expensive. So because we have multiple products again, even the fact that we did that does bring us in future revenue.
I love that too, because that is definitely another nay of not being able to upsell those customers can be problematic, or cross-sell when you're doing the plan where they get everything. So again, you're navigating that line of trying to mitigate the nays for your business purposes. That's pretty smart. That's good stuff. You're very persuasive, Katie, even though you're not like being pushy or aggressive at all about it. You're just like, here's the facts. And there's no problem with LTDs as long as you're smart about it.
Do we vote on the winner?
I hope not. Geez, folks, just say you're so thankful that I'm a nice guy and Katie's the smart one. This has been great. Really cool. I love these episodes. I hope we do some more. Folks, always let us know your thoughts. We're going to post this on socials and on the website. Feel free to comment anywhere and give us your yay or nay. And we will see you next time.